Intros are stupid.
What's up, YouTube? I just wanted to do a new video on my top 5 Spydercos because there's been some additions, some changes, and like a brand new knife. So it's not going to be in any particular order, just like last time. It's just going to be like my top 5 Spydercos that I own and like. We'll start it off with the paramilitary 3. So this one's in brass flytanium scales. They're just flat though, they're not the Lotus, but I really like them. They've taken a beating, but they're just really solid, and they really just give it like this vintage look. Like this looks like something someone would have been carrying like a really long time ago. I've just let it wear and wear. There's like even like a almost like a bald spot where like the old Spyderco clip was before I got this deep carry. But yeah, that's an S35 VN, you know, made in Colorado. Just amazing action on this, by the way. And this is, I believe, phosphor bronze. So that's the PM3. PM2, just like was in the last one, it has the brass, but the Lotus scales. I like the finish on this brass a lot better too. And oh, I forgot to mention, just like the last one, I have a lanyard hole filler here that's like just this really nice compass. Goes all the way through. It's very beautiful. I forget. I believe that those were Met and Boss. Those lanyard hole fillers. But yeah, this is S45 VN. I haven't sharpened this yet because I've, you know what, even though this is one of my favorite Spydercos, the blade shape of this makes me not want to carry it a lot. Which is exactly why I don't carry, it's just not nearly as useful as something like a spear point or a clip point or a Warncliffe for that matter. But I mean, I love this knife, but more just for the way it looks, especially closed. I think it's just beautiful. Next up, I guess, is the Spyderco Smok. This is my top carried knife. I find this knife shape to be the most useful, like a Warncliffe. Lots of clearance here if you want to choke up. It's just you know, the handle is essentially like a rectangle. It just carries really well with these stupid added thumb studs. It really makes a big difference since the hole on the Smok is a lot harder to get your fingers in there. If you watch my channel, you know I have 2 of these. So this is what is this, like S30V? Yeah, S30V blade steel. Oh, and the thing I love the most about the Smok is that it's still a compression lock. It's just they've added a button that activates the lock itself, right? Whereas normally you would just push that with your finger. They've added the button. I don't know for the frickin' life of me why they have not essentially turned all of their compression locks into button locks. It has all the strength of a compression lock with all the added fidget value of a button. It's just, it makes no sense. They should all be like this. But anyway, I have 2 Smoks. I have that one in brass flytanium, and I have this one in this oil slick Met and Boss black zirconium. The Smok, on top of just being the most easy to manipulate, I just slammed the knife into the back of my wrist. Being the most easy to manipulate, I can't even remember what I was going to say. It's just, oh, for something that's this easy to be manipulated, the action of this knife is just unreal. Like, this rides on bearings, yeah, fair enough, but it's just so bloody smooth. So bloody smooth. It's just such a functional knife. After that is the Spyderco Shaman. If you guys watch me, you've seen this before. Metenboss, black zirconium. I keep forgetting about this, but I still need a lanyard hole filler for this. But black Metenboss zirconium, and this is the Spyderco Shaman. Probably one of my favorite heavy-duty knives that I have. This knife is definitely up there in my most expensive knives. It's probably not the most expensive anymore, but it is very nice. I also have a set of brass Flytanium scales for this, but I put them on the knife, and I did not like the finish of them. I should just pull them out and show them to you, but you can look back on the other video where I put them on the Shaman. And it just did not, it looked cheesy, it looked cheap, it looked like a gas station knife, it was stupid. But I did buy a second Shaman, and I put titanium Lotus scales on it. This is right up there with like my favorite knives of all time. I'm just like, I don't have to worry about this. The blade steel's S30V. It's pretty corrosion resistant. I can get whatever I want on this knife. Titanium scales. It's just it's a tank. It's a tank. I swear, man, if the day they release a button lock Shaman, not only am I going to buy it, but I am going to drive to the States to get that knife so that I don't have to wait for it to be in stores in Canada and blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to go get it. But that brings us to the last knife, and the last knife is my newest Spyderco. It's not that new to me, but it's my newest Spyderco. And it's the Yojimbo 2, but with these DNA lasering scales. They're laser engraved, and it's like a Celtic pattern with knots and just Celtic patterns. And I think it's just such a gorgeous knife. And the giant not giant, but the big Wharncliffe blade just brings it all together. It's just a really cool foreign looking folding knife, and I think it's gorgeous. DNA lasering did such a good job on these, and there was also a Japanese pattern. I don't remember if it was like dragons or something. It was very cool as well. And then there was another one that's like masks or something like that. I can't remember, but go check out DNA lasering. And I don't remember what I paid for these, but I remember it being a fair price for the reviews that I was seeing. These things are just fantastic. I don't remember where this deep carry pocket clip came from. It's very thick and frustrating and tough. It's hard to get in your pants, but like wholly secure. Like, this knife is not coming out of my pocket unless I choose for that to happen. So that works for me, guys. Anyway, I thought you just might like an update on my Spydercos. There's not a lot of new stuff coming out of Spyderco. Not in the last little while, anyway. I think I've got my fill of it. The only other Spyderco I actually want right now is, I believe I saw a re-release today online of the military 2. It's a much longer blade, but it looks a lot more like the PM2. Just longer, just longer, just bigger, bigger and better. Anyway, guys, that's my top 5 Spyderco knives, and the day I get a new Spyderco will be the day I make a top 6. Anyway, take care, guys. Peace out.